Hey, NASDAQ, where you get the best dope on the markets. We're going to talk about charts, technical analysis, patterns. And this is actually here. This is an interesting one here. This is going to be a technical lesson. Okay, this is going to be a island top. Okay, might not happen, but this morning, 7:58, okay, meets this particular one opens. If we were to open back under here, get under here, okay, this was one hell of a stiff rally right back to a recognition point, okay? And it looks like these funds, oh, no. November 18th, where's November 18th? Okay, right around here. The funds were still long, okay? So whatever they are, I don't think it's good. Okay, so this would be the possible game plan today, okay? Because we've been looking to sell this stuff, okay? Especially hedgers, especially ranchers, okay? If we got under here, you could sell it with a new high stop back over here, okay? Like a buck. Or depending on something else, okay? But this is mapped out for a reason, 224.17. As a matter of fact, we did not make a new high in the Aprils, yes, because it was it Aprils? Maybe it was Febs. 231.17. Okay. Okay. That was Thursday. This was Friday. Okay, we got diamonds blaring. This is 11. Okay, 12, 13, babe. I don't know. Okay, so let's just zero it in. These are April. Okay, so you got a low right here, 228.88. If, in fact, we opened under 228.48, okay, like say over here, you might want to put it in order to sell this and then risk something over here. You get back over here, it negates the island, you're off. You're not even sitting up here, another $2 higher. But for people that were looking to sell this rally, okay, pay attention, in my opinion. Okay, this is the human behind this operation. And I don't like to, let me switch this full speed camera here with a different one. That's my thing, that's that camera, okay. I don't like to waste a lot of real estate here when we're going through this because sometimes, for example, where am I at? Right there. This is actually meal, okay? I got meal tucked away there, okay? And actually, look at this. Meal actually, oh, here, let me get rid of myself. And that guy. Hang on. Okay. Because meal had an old olive down here at 301.40. You're above the handle, meaning 300, big, nice, round figure. Tracks a lot of, it tracks interest. And, but anyway, let's look at, here we got S&P's making new highs. Today is Monday. I believe it's December 15th. Okay, let's look at silver here. Look at this. It's 8:02 in the morning here. Silver's up $2.12. $2 and 6 times 4, 6 times 3 is 18, right? So $1.80. 6 times 4 is 24. Okay, we're up a lot. Okay. But anyway, here, this is what we just had this little flash Friday. Okay, maybe it was profit taking, whatever. And just in case somebody wanted to just, short this with a stop over here. Just a couple levels to play. That's all. So the orange is 64.01, 64.29.30, 64.49.5. Okay, that's what they are exactly. We'll see how this goes here. You got to you absolutely have to use a stop. That's a risk stop. All right, let's talk about something that isn't so palpitating to your heart. And when in doubt, I make up my own words here. Okay, this is gold. This is the same thing. Okay, a little bit longer term here. This is 2 months ago, back in October here. Okay, so we're coming at the end of the year. Oh, listen, you know what? This would be an olive line sell. Okay, so think about this. You got the central banks. They're long. Okay, they're long. It's in everybody's favor to mark this gold up at the end of the year. You know, that's one line of thought, right? That's one line of thought process. Uh-oh, I see crude oil here getting smushed a little bit, down 40 cents. 56.80 in the Feb here. This is hang on a second. Let's take a look at crude, okay? Because I got to stop down here. Okay, this was an olive line. Just trust me on this because we just rolled. I'm not going to put it up there. It doesn't matter. Okay, but if it breaks any more than here, you're off. You know, and this is the drill, baby, drill. Okay, you know, but you get big ass bounces here, you know, when it gets overdone. So this would be a couple of, this is Feb crude. So these would be a couple. This is longer term if it extends to the left there. 50, double 36, doubles 55, and then call it 53 round down below there. That's crude oil. Let's look at beans here, okay? Because I've talked about this for, you know, a while. This rally back here, you know, that we're going to want not to chase it. Okay, that was the one for farmers to sell grain and get healthy. Okay, then we had a little trend line. We had a little headline. Head and shoulders top. This is probably it. And then we've been just sinking ever since here. Okay, this is a spread actually. This is the July Nove here. Okay, so that we had a green. And then we got an orange right here. Okay, these would be places if, in fact, you're looking to scale here. This looks like it's some sort of gap. Okay, and and then you got a couple olives and you got a powder blue there. That's July Nove beans, okay? If you're getting that, oh, here, let me take off that one horizontal trend line there. See, it was kind of like dark. It wasn't this kind of blue. It was more like this kind of blue, except thin, horizontal. Here's a naked look at beans here, okay? 1086 and a half, okay? You can see why it's mapped out, 1083 and a quarter, okay? That is a place where back here, you would have loved to have bought there, okay? I think that value still holds, okay? We got the funds that got long. I'll tell you something, this is really shaping up here. Funds are long like, here, hang on a second, let's check. All right, see this one right here? This is on the 17th, okay? Right here, the funds are long 170,000 beans, okay? So they got totally flipped very fast, okay? You got to remember this is 3-year highs, you know, we've been in a 3-year bear market, okay? And then here you could see the 7 come off there. That's a sell program. So we'll see here, you know, if you're looking to buy beans, okay, if you're looking to buy beans, these are your levels. Okay, get a hold of me. ARP here, hang on a second here. ARP at NASDOG.com. You know, if you're that player, okay, why are you goofing around? Why are you going to save a couple $100 a month? You know, that'd be like trying to save money on commissions. And I'm not talking about guys that churn and burn their clients, okay? Because I do not, but that would be like me just trying to jack some commissions for the end of the month. These are buy levels, in my opinion. That's a nice big 7-cent gap, too, and it also has 10777. Okay, a green right there. Anyway, so this is us this morning, okay? We haven't opened yet. Traded down to 1084. Okay, these are March beans. Couple seconds of corn here. I don't know. These are two big levels here. Okay, they can or they cannot hold. Okay, these will be anyway. If we were looking to buy up here, you know, just fish in this range. Okay, I don't know. Sell it back over here, and but if you're looking to buy corn here. You know, there'd be another gap right down there at 440. Today's 440 is low, half-cent lower. That right there is the number here. Okay, what are we at? Okay, we're actually at 40 and a quarter right on the opening here. So this will be, I'd say there'll be a big money manager that'll have a bid right down there, 39 and a half, or the goats, or 40, which is the low of the day. Okay, let's call this a wrap. You need something? Email me, arp@nasdog.com. If you've been making money for 4 or 5 days and lose it all or more, trading like a loser. Thanks for watching. That's a trader rule, adage, or excuse.